This is the Google Pixel 3 from 2018, but how good is it in 2024? The speed and performance of the Pixel 3 is still actually pretty decent. You can still switch between multiple apps and everything works fine, and it definitely doesn't feel as fast as a flagship phone of today, but I think for a phone that's 5 years old it still feels pretty fast. Of course it's nothing amazing and the 4GB of RAM is a little bit limiting, but in my opinion the phone isn't noticeably slow. It might take half a second longer to open an app, and it's not meant for gaming at all, but for daily tasks it's still fine. For the software it's on Android 12 and it has the October 2021 security update. Android 12 is completely fine, and as far as I know almost all, if not all apps work completely fine on the Android version 12. But it's just disappointing that the security update is from 2021. But other than not getting any updates anymore, it still works completely fine, and I really like the software because it's stock Android 12 with the Pixel experience. The build quality of the Google Pixel 3 is really nice in my opinion. It has glass on the back and that feels really nice. But keep in mind that if a phone is made from glass then it might break a bit more easily. But it has a nice dual tone finish with the fingerprint sensor on the back. And if you look at the front you can see it has pretty big bezels, and if you're using the phone you'll get used to it. It's not an issue. And I'm a really big fan of this minimalistic design, and I like the dual tone finish on the back, but also the different colored power button. For ports it has a USB-C port, which is really nice. However, it sadly doesn't have a headphone jack, and that's really disappointing in my opinion. Luckily the USB-C charging works fine, it's pretty fast. And it also has wireless charging. However, the battery life of the Pixel 3 isn't that good anymore, but I also used it a lot. I can get through half a day, and maybe a day if I almost never use it, but the battery life is in my opinion definitely one of the weak points of this phone. The battery life will probably be a little bit better if you buy one that hasn't been used a lot. On the back of the Pixel 3 there's a fingerprint sensor and it unlocks really fast in my opinion. It's amazing, you can quickly tap it and it unlocks. I haven't had any issues with it. And the nice thing is that you can also swipe down on the fingerprint sensor to open the notifications panel. The screen of the Pixel is really nice. It is a 1080p screen and it's only 60Hz, but for me that isn't an issue. It looks fine and it has good colors and detail. The only thing that I don't like about the screen is that it's pretty dim compared to other screens, and you will only notice this issue when it's really bright outside, but then it's kind of hard to see the screen, so that's a bit annoying. But other than that, I think the screen looks really nice. The phone has dual speakers on the front and I think they sound pretty good. I've definitely heard speakers that were worse on phones. I really like how they sound. It's only that they are a little bit unbalanced, so that means they both sound a little bit different. But I think that the speakers do sound good and better than some other phones these days. And the phone comes with 64 or 128GB. In my opinion 64 isn't that much. However, for the prices that they are going for now used, it isn't bad at all. And it also has unlimited Google Photo storage backup for free, so you can upload all your photos to the cloud. It is in reduced quality, but still an amazing feature to have. It also has IP68 water and dust resistance, so that's nice. One of the strong points of the Google Pixel is the camera. Even though it only has a single lens on the back that is 12 megapixel, it can take some amazing images in my opinion. They look nice and they have really good dynamic range. But of course it's 12 megapixels, so when you start to zoom in a lot it's nothing amazing. But this is one of the best camera phones you can buy at this price point. Because right now you can buy them for only about 100 euros used. But what I really like about the Pixel is that you can quickly take an image and it will just look great in most situations. Also because of its good dynamic range and its great low light performance with night sight. However, that isn't the case with video, and the video quality isn't the best in my opinion. It's decent, but nothing amazing. But the autofocus and video stabilization are really nice. So should you buy one in 2024? I think probably not, because the battery life isn't that good, and of course it only has the 2021 security update, so you're probably better off spending a little bit more and getting something like a used Pixel 4a 5G or Pixel 5, because they will have longer update support, but also have some other nice features, like an ultra-wide camera and thinner bezels, and most importantly in my opinion much better battery life. Do you still use a Pixel 3 or are you planning on buying one? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching.